Good morning, everybody. I know it's really early out west, but we're going to do the video. Everyone will catch up later today. So we've reached 800 signatures for the letter to the ICC. I'm still going forward with that, absolutely, as now the spillage over into the Michaels case is going to be absolute over James Coates. Canada has lied to China. They said they could not break Canadian laws, but they absolutely did when they imprisoned Pastor Coates over freedom of religion. Then they release him, drop all the charges. It's hypocrisy. It shows the absolute broken Canadian system we are experiencing as Canadians. A lot of us feel it. We don't all have the narrative, so we come together with the best of the best in the world. That's what I bring forward. So, I'm 200 signatures short of the 1,000 mark I want to hit. I need people to do the email Dave, Bjorkman at gmail.com. Reason why is, down the road, if accepted, they may want people's personal information. I know in suits, class action suits, outside of Canada, that's how it works. I don't know for sure if that's what they'll want. Could be. We'll see if they even do the investigation. Hopefully it is done. We'll see. But we're going to go to that Crown Prosecutor. And it's important, Canadians, as I go into the next bit of it here on the two Michaels. Absolutely early this morning, released in press. Michaels, they're going on trial. One on Friday, one on Monday, meaning we're going to have a decision next week. Likely, one may be sentenced to death. It's been done before. It's not the first time China's done that. It's absolutely their right to do that. Unfortunately, regardless of is it credible or not, they have that power in this world. Canada does not even constitutionally or in international law. Canada does not have that power. China absolutely does. And now that Canada has done what it's done with Pastor Coates, USA, Russia will not be able to help Canada. Canada, you're on your own. You can thank none other than Jason Kenney through the Minister of Health. Regardless of what anyone tells you, it is absolutely the Prime Minister's fault, Jason Kenney. He runs the entire party. The party system of UCP is 3 people, one of which is Jason Kenney. They have absolute authority over all decisions and ministries. Jason could have stopped it at any point. Why we attach Rachel Notley? Official opposition leader. Did not say a word, actually endorsed Jason Kenney's actions. Actions that are going to lead to at least one Canadian spending the rest of their life in a Chinese prison, and the other, if not that, will be sentenced to death. Likely, very, very likely. You're all going to know, as I told you before, way before the media, you're going to know in the coming weeks, which now we know is next week. One by the Friday and one likely by the Monday. Unless there's a stay, that trial is going to go. It's likely to last a week, and we're going to know. And unless the only way out of this now, the only absolute way out of this is for Justin Trudeau, Prime Minister, to do exactly what he did for James Coates, do it for that Ming Zhou on the scandal, regardless of how we feel. Otherwise, 2 Canadians are going to pay the price. Now, Justin Trudeau and the Liberals are saying, oh, we don't negotiate with diplomacy of those measures. Unfortunately, that's all you have. Again, our lunatic politicians who have absolutely no expertise and any viability in international law go out there pretending they know. And I'm going to give you a prime example, and all my loyal followers, did I not tell you all that the KXL pipeline could not be won federally? It has to be won by each and every state, at least a majority of U.S. states. Now we're seeing the states themselves rise up. 21 out of 50. They need absolutely 5 more states. I've been presenting my 1 of 50 constitutional analysis of the 50 states. If you go through my timeline, you'll find them. You go out, reach out to the governor, to the Senate. If we can get 26 states, that's all we need, 26 states, we can absolutely put it back on Congress. It doesn't mean KXL's going to win, but at least it's a chance, a very, very small chance. It's likely Congress, with that power, will absolutely shoot it down anyway. It's unfortunate, but at least there's some fight there. At least we can get a narrative out. This is the job Jason Kenney had to do. Rachel Notley should have done the job too. But I'm going to tell you all Canadians, regardless of any province, but specifically for Alberta, it is the failure of Rachel Notley and Jason Kenney. Absolutely. The garbage of NDP and UCP in this absolute autocracy, they pulled out of negotiating with each individual state. We've always had a trade relationship. Each province can go out, negotiate with any state. Any state. And that's how it's supposed to be. But between 5 and 7 years, we quit doing that. We gave the power to Ottawa, a provincial division of powers. An absolute laziness of your filthy politicians. Worst of the worst. Rachel Notley, Jason Kenney have gone completely federalist against the people of Alberta. You know that's treasonable in all 50 states of the USA? It's also treasonable in at least all 85 of the Russian regions. All of them. Insane, right? You do a radius of our neighbors going through that Arctic, a 3,000-mile radius as you overlap Russia, USA, Canada, and a few other nations. We're the only nation that operates like that. Very, very undemocratic. For those who joined me yesterday for the live presentation by the University of Ottawa, featuring Richard Albert, a friend of mine, on constitutionalism, provincial constitutions, why Big C codification, the design of provincial constitutions, is so important. Because your politicians are useless. That's reality. You elected Jason Kenney, a high school graduate, but even before that it was Rachel Notley, a lawyer, who should be disbarred. Reality what is, she should be disbarred. It's pathetic. But in a position of absolute autocracy, there is zero accountability. Nothing you can do. This will only get worse in Canada as the politicians learn more and more and keep, like I said, squeezing the Canadian blood-soaked rag until every drop of blood is gone. Until they've sold you out to every foreign interest. Municipalities angry because of the absolute hypocrisy of provincial politicians with zero accountability, the ability to borrow all kinds of money, and then demand that the municipalities make up the shortfall. No wonder they're all so angry. I've been at this for 4 years. I'm going to get, as I already have on many councils, I'm going to get to all the cities. The truth is going to come to light. You're going to see this CCP, Canadian Constitutionalist Party, represented in some of the greatest organizations in the world today in real world law, to teach every single one of you what you don't know. You're way down here on the percentile. It is your government, your corrupt politicians that have done this to you. It's been administered for a very, very long time, absolutely since 1948 onward. The world continues to change. Canada stays the same, locked in an old system, absolutely corrupt, absolutely forbidden today worldwide. But not Canada. Somehow we're going to continue on in this lunacy. This is my video this morning. It's very important. Watch the Michaels. It's not even a great I told you so. It's the worst of the worst thing. but yet they're going to continue making a narrative, trying to put everybody else, mythical responsibilities on everybody but the politicians. We, the people, have to stop that. We have to stop allowing our politicians to go forward with absolute amnesty and blaming everybody but the politicians. At the end of the day, it's your filthy politicians who are responsible for all foreign interest, how terribly we navigate the international world as we continue to slide down. That's where Canada's going. International garbage can. And it's not going to end. Thanks, everybody. Time to get to my course today. Another one tomorrow, and then it's the weekend in Ottawa. Join me live on stage. It's going to be incredible. I'm going to get a lot of people, I hope, rallied up. It's been a while, but I'm ready. Bye now.